Have you ever wondered what makes a psychopath? Well, it's a fascinating and complex topic. Psychopathy is a personality disorder, often marked by consistent antisocial behavior. It's not just about being antisocial, though. Psychopaths typically have impaired empathy, exhibiting bold, uninhibited, and egotistical traits. These characteristics can be daunting, but understanding them is the first step in recognizing and addressing psychopathy. It's a journey that requires a keen eye and an open mind. Now, we'll delve into the distinguishing traits of a psychopath. So, what are these traits that define a psychopath? Let's delve into the 10 characteristics that sketch the profile of a psychopath. It's important to note that these traits are not exclusive to psychopaths, but their combination and intensity often delineate this personality disorder. First and foremost, a striking lack of empathy is a common trait. Psychopaths often struggle to understand others' feelings or show genuine concern for them. They may appear indifferent or dismissive of the emotions and needs of those around them. Secondly, manipulativeness is another defining trait. Psychopaths are often cunning and deceitful, using others as pawns in their games. They might exploit people's trust or emotions to achieve their own ends. Impulsivity, the third trait, is also a hallmark. Psychopaths tend to act on a whim without considering the consequences of their actions. This lack of forethought can lead to risky behaviors and poor decision-making. The fourth trait is irresponsibility. Psychopaths often fail to fulfill their commitments or uphold their responsibilities, whether it's in their personal or professional lives. Fifth in line is pathological lying. Psychopaths are notorious for their ability to lie convincingly and without remorse. Their lies can range from trivial matters to elaborate deceptions. Glib and superficial charm, our sixth trait, is often used by psychopaths to mask their true intentions. They can be highly charismatic and persuasive, making it easier for them to manipulate others. Seventh is a grandiose sense of self-worth. Psychopaths often have an inflated perception of their own importance or abilities, which can lead to arrogance and a sense of entitlement. Eighth, psychopaths typically fail to accept responsibility for their actions. They often deflect blame onto others and rarely express genuine remorse or guilt. The ninth trait is a constant need for stimulation. Psychopaths often seek thrilling and risky experiences to alleviate their boredom. This can result in a pattern of reckless behaviors. Last but not least, the 10th trait is a parasitic lifestyle. Psychopaths may rely on others to support their way of living, exploiting their resources without giving anything in return. These traits create a complex portrait of a psychopath, but they do not necessarily mean that every person possessing these traits is a psychopath. It's crucial to remember that these traits are simply characteristics that can be found in varying degrees among individuals. A diagnosis should always be left to the professionals. Stay curious, stay informed, and remember to treat every person with understanding and compassion. We've covered quite a bit about psychopaths, so let's do a quick recap. We dove deep into the world of psychopathy, a complex and serious personality disorder. We spotlighted 10 key traits that are often associated with this condition. We began with the lack of empathy, a hallmark of psychopathy, moving on to superficial charm and grandiose self-worth. We discussed manipulation and deceit, a common theme among psychopaths. We then moved on to the lack of remorse or guilt, followed by shallow emotional response and failure to accept responsibility. Lastly, we explored impulsiveness, persistent antisocial behavior, and the inability to plan ahead. These 10 traits are not exhaustive, but they provide a solid foundation to understand the complexity of psychopathy. Remember, understanding these traits can help us recognize and address psychopathy. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to subscribe for more intriguing psychological insights.